Okay, so I think this is the second day now that we've been doing this. We are going live at 4, and this is a break in the day, so take this moment to spend 12 minutes with me on self-care. We want to be doing this and making this a regular habit, so 8 in the morning and 4 p.m. at night. This is a great time to just check in, do a little bit of a transition. I still have work to do, maybe you still have things to do, and that's okay. We still need to check in, we still need to connect with our bodies, find out what's going on, maybe hydrate, maybe you're needing some water, maybe just get out and stretch. So let's do a few movements that we can do. We're gonna do hip openers first. I've been squatting, doing some seated yoga as I do my computer work in a little cross-legged position. So my hips are a bit open, but most of us are sitting with our legs in this position here where we're seated. So this movement will be great if that's what you've been doing, sitting in a car, sitting in the typical movement. So this is kind of, we call this the stork in class, and have your hands on your hips so that you can keep those hips even. We want to have the core turned on. That means we're zipped up. That means our booty's turned on, so it's stable in this area and the back is supported with that stability. So all we're going to do is bring one leg up and around. So it's very similar if we were doing the tree pose in yoga where we're open this way, but we're going to go from the outside in, and we're going to do a few movements. And I'd love, in class when we have space to do this, we're going to do this through the room, right? We're going to go through the room and we're going to follow. Sometimes we'll even do it on the balance beam. So that's great that if you're able to do that. If you have to stand in place and do that, that's fine too. Again, the whole point is to open those hips and restore mobility. So if you're still going to be sitting today like I will be, this will be a great one. Hip mobility. So you notice we've gone outside to in. We're going to do the same thing, but now we're going to go up and in and then back to the back. And so when we are in class again, we just go backwards and we make this a fun little stork walk where the legs open out to the back, okay? You can do 10 of those. You can keep doing more until you feel like that's really helped with mobility. Remember, hips are a mobile joint, so we want them moving. We don't want them stuck in one place. That's going to really be a recipe for low back issues, things like that. And then I promise shoulder work. So when we're sitting at our desks, we're usually hunched over. We're going to take the hands behind the back, clasp them. Hopefully that's comfortable. If it's not, maybe take a towel, and you can hold on to a towel behind there instead of the hands. Drop your shoulders, take a deep breath in. And then we're just going to lift the hands off the back. So it doesn't have to be too much to just open that chest, but you can see already it's a very gentle chest opener and also stretches through the pec muscles. So that's what we're looking to do. And then to take this a little bit further, we're going to do a forward fold, forward bend with this. But I'm going to have you take your legs wide, and then we're going to go over into that forward bend, and I'll show you from the side as well. And then just take those arms up over the head. So that is a great one to do, especially because the hamstring, back of the legs get really tight after sitting. So we're going to do a forward bend. And lifting those arms up over, just to stretch, take a deep breath in. Now we're going to soften the knees, inhale and roll up using the tummy muscles and butt muscles so that we're not always using that back to get ourselves back up. Simple, very gentle movements. I'm going to show you 2 other movements to get those shoulders open and we can get back to work. So we're going to take the fingers to the ears. I want the fingers spread open. We don't want them just hanging. So we're going to activate that, create some energy. And we're going to drop the shoulders down and pocket them. And then we're going to bring the elbows together. And we're going to open and bring the back. So I'm going to show you from the side just so we can get really meticulous on this. We're not rounding the back. We've got enough of that going on mostly from life. So we don't want to perpetuate that. We want to correct this. So the movement is keeping the shoulders attached, shoulders down and pocketed. And we're moving from the scapula. So notice that I'm not rounding my back. All I'm doing is protracting the scapula, protracting and retracting. So everything is actually coming from the scapula, which are the muscles, trapezius muscles around there are going to extend and flex for you. So we're not hunching or shortening our pectoralis or our chest muscles. We've just opened them. We want them open, but then we want to restore mobility in the shoulder girdle. Okay, so it's very different than going into a rounded position. Try to really stabilize from your core and then bring that movement back to the scapula. You want that scapula to be able to move. That's why we do a lot of Tai Chi movements. In fact, let's just go ahead and do some of that right now. So with that, keeping in mind that we want to have that shoulder restored mobility-wise. So a couple of other things we can do would be to raise the arms up and just looking from the side. We don't want this roundedness. We want the shoulders down and back, but we want to be able to restore the mobility of those shoulders. So we're going to bring the elbows into the waist, and then we're going to open them out. And we can bring them into the waist and then open them out. I'm going to add one movement to this. We're going to turn the palms face down first. Shoulders are relaxed. I'll show you from the front here. So we're going to rotate out and then thumbs face behind you. And then we're going to come back in. All right, so that movement there, once again, is helping to restore shoulder mobility. Hips and shoulders are mobile joints. We want to make sure they stay mobile. And oftentimes when we're sitting, busy schedules, we forget to move. So I want to encourage you to get up and move. Maybe set a timer on your watch, on your clock, on your phone, to get up and move every 20 minutes and do very simple movements like this. You can add the stretching. You want to create mobility in the shoulders, create mobility in the hips. So there's lots of fun things that we can do without injuring ourselves that actually helps and supports us in our overall well-being. I promised to keep it at 12 minutes, and I've got a couple more minutes for you, so I'm going to add one more movement, and this movement is a fun one that we do in class. We're going to put our hands together. A lot of people say, okay, this is our prayer position. Yes, and we're going to use this to create a bit of leverage, a little bit of contract, release energy. So as you push your hands together, stabilize from your core, zipping up, glutes are engaged, and we're going to push that beautiful prayer position to one side, and that's going to actually stretch some of the body as well as create a little bit of that contract release mechanism that we want to help the muscles loosen up. And we can go into a higher position. And here, really, really simple. You see how simple these movements are? In fact, we can do all kinds. You can call it bees buzzing or the genie move. But what's happening here, I'm going to turn to the back so you can see. Again, I'm not rounding. I want to really keep that connection. So what we're trying to do is restore all of that beautiful mobility in the shoulder girdle. So all across the trapezius, all across that back, we want mobility back there so that we don't feel like the weight of the world is on our shoulders. We want it to be able to move, and we want to be able to shake it off and let go and release things that really don't serve us. So let's end with that. Let's end with our chi movement of shaking everything out, and we're just going to shake for 1 minute. Shake, 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 and we'll let everything go. Make sure you're breathing. Shake as fast as you can. Shake your whole body. We're just going to cultivate some delicious chi, breathing deeply. Put a smile on your face. As fast as you can, just shake, 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 shake. Shoulders stay relaxed, neck stays relaxed. trying to be able to see you. I can't see you without my glasses, but I want you to see my eyes and know that I am sending you a power wish of love. We'll just shake for about another 10 seconds, breathing, shake the whole body, let everything release that no longer is needed. If it doesn't serve you, it doesn't mean to hide from it, it doesn't mean to run from it. It just means to be like a screen door and let things flow through that don't serve you, that don't serve a purpose, okay? All right, so as we stop that, you can almost feel the bees buzzing. There's your chi flowing. It feels so good. So take that in, breathing in deeply. I am here for you. Yogalachi is here for you. The people that I work for and work with at the Vital Ways Institute are here to help you in your healing, whether that's emotionally, physically, spiritually. We can do this together. We can get through this. We are getting through this. I believe in you. I believe in the human race. I believe in us. And I believe in the highest good and best outcome for all. Peace and blessings. See you in the morning.